What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? This your boy O.C.B, man. And our new podcast, man. If you don't know, you will. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't had them on. I ain't had y'all on. Because that was my part. You dig what I'm saying? All right, man. What's going on this evening, man? I know it's been a minute. What about a couple of weeks? You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that happen in the world. Since then, you know, I know the Super Bowl here and gone. You dig what I'm saying? The wrong team won, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They did what they did. All right, I still hear the this man.
That's your phone.
No, that's the background. Okay. It's in the background. It sounded kind of good though. You know what I mean? I ain't had no words. I thought Recon was gonna rap or something.
I was facing too.
It's all good. Man, welcome, man. You know me, O.C.B, and my co-host, Mimi-Jienne in the building. You did what I'm saying? What's up, Mimi-Jienne? Mimi. Yeah, man, Mimi. You know what I'm saying? How you been doing?
I've been doing good.
Yeah, man. We went out earlier today. We went out earlier today with the kiddos. You know what I'm saying? Had brunch.
Yeah.
Had a good time. You know what I'm saying?
They was telling us how they're doing, which means they're doing fine.
Yeah, or lying. Either way.
And you talked about that.
State of Mississippi said we're done.
And you talked about their hair.
Yeah. Need some haircuts. I don't know. They got. Hey, if y'all know any barbers over there in Oxford, let me know. I'm gonna pay y'all up because the boy looking kind of rough. I don't know if the workload, what you call it, the case load? What is
yeah.
It?
The work,
yeah.
Work in school.
Yeah. And also, man, I have Mr. Recon John in the building. You dig what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying? What's up?
Man, let me stop you because that you have another kind of applause line because that one right there sounds like there's a drunk redneck in the back.
He said, "Yeah,
hold up now."
I'm about to find one. At
the very end, you're like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, America."
Now, what you been having going on, Recon? What's been going on with you, brother?
Man, I've been working. That's all. That's what I was made for, I think.
Working?
Yeah, because in my past life, I have dreams that I was a Hebrew Jew and I built like 2 pyramids.
Okay. Apparently.
He said he been working.
He been working.
Well, you know, you got to make that money.
Got to make that money. And I also have Mr. Biddy himself. What's going on, Biddy? Yeah, man.
What up, world?
Yeah, man. No, we ain't doing Biddy's Hip Hop Kitchen today because he ain't get his food stamps renewed, so he ain't able to cook.
They're trying to find somebody.
Next time, send your information.
Yeah. On time.
They're trying to find somebody.
No, man. But we're here to talk about, man, we're gonna get a little. Well, first let me send a shout out to who we still doing our sponsors.
Yeah.
Man, our sponsor, AKFS, man, All Night Food Squad. You need
squad.
Mm-hmm. Man, get your turkey legs. I think he did turkey legs today. I need to call and get me some if you still got them.
Man,
I think he did some on the Facebook. I think he said he had some Cajun. What is Cajun? Cajun turkey legs. He did today. So.
Oh yes, sir.
We need to call him right now.
Right.
Yeah, so be ready when we get done because we're always hungry when we get done.
My stomach's starting to eat my backbone already.
Right. Yeah, man. And we also had Just Cake It, you know what I mean?
Just Cake It.
Yeah, we went over there earlier today too, you know what I'm saying? Got a couple of cupcakes, you know what I'm saying? See how the business was going, you know what I mean? Walk in on them, you dig, you know what I'm saying?
Located in Oxford, Mississippi.
Yeah.
On Jackson Avenue.
Yes, sir.
Check them out.
Man, what? Like people, look, we not no doctors, no trained physicians, nothing like that. We just a group of people that like to talk, you know, have stimulating conversation, you know what I'm saying, with each other. And then so y'all can have it in your own household, you know what I'm saying? Or fight about it, whatever. However you do it.
But if you fight about it, don't blame us.
If you fight, it just depends on how long you've been together. You know?
Right.
Yeah, because we're not to blame.
Right. I am not to blame. And also, man, it's the end of Black History Month. You feel what I'm saying? Just the month, you know what I mean? And for and the people that birthday today, you almost didn't make it. Well, it had been one day late. You would have been, damn, I'm still one.
Yeah, it's the leap year birthdays that never have the birthdays. I guess they celebrate theirs on the 27th.
Yeah, 28.
29.
Yeah, 28. It'll be 20. Next year is the league. Well, it'll be 29 next
Yeah,
year.
so
Next
they'll
year.
get a chance to celebrate their birthday.
Oh,
Finally.
yeah.
Man, I can't believe it's already 2023.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Flew, man.
Yeah. First it was the pandemic, now it's 2023. You dig what I'm saying?
No,
Shit crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is, man. Tell you, man.
man, damn, I'm fixing to have to apply for my AARP card.
Yep.
Well, we'll get ours before you get yours.
Yep.
So
You're
we'll
right.
let you know all the
Right.
different restaurants and the perks.
Yeah, the ins and outs.
Yeah, man. I'm just waiting to so I just can pay taxes on my food. I ain't have to pay for it.
Hey,
Pay
the older I
tax.
get, it's the simple thing. You know what I mean? Like just getting up without cricking.
Right. Man.
Because my everything pops.
And we be stretching at work. Everything soon. Like they look right at me. God.
I know. I feel like the 10 man. I try to get my wife to like oil me up. She's like, I'm not falling for that again. Damn.
So, man, today's topic, man. First of all, man, you know, me and my wife
Oh,
we
did
said,
we do the shot? Okay.
uh,
Did we do the
yeah,
shot already?
we can.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. We gonna go and get into this topic because it's very. I think it's needed. You know, me and my wife we discussed it. Like, you know, and we guilty of it because we do it. You know what I mean? But we trying to figure out, is it healthy that be to flirt when you're in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? Is it or is it not? You know what I'm saying? Is it bad? Don't do it at all. What is it? You know what I mean?
Definitely gonna need a drink for that one.
Right. I'm gonna take mine now. I got a little something.
Yeah, I gotta applaud
I know
you
you
guys.
tuning in, but I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
I'm
You
gonna
say you
applaud
know
you.
she tuning in.
I know you tuning in, but I'm gonna say what I'm saying.
Husband and wife talking about flirting. Man, I admire it. That's the love I want. But if I find your body here in like the next couple of days, I know what it was you're from. You know what I mean?
I know, man. Yep, you're right.
Don't make me hurt my hand.
No, you're in a relationship now.
Don't
You're
make me
good.
give you the eye. Don't make me give you the eye. To make
Yeah.
you
So
know.
does flirting hurt or help a relationship when like when you flirting with the opposite sex? See? Well, at this point, like whoever you with, no judgment.
Mm.
Judgment.
Well, like when you say no judgment, judgment.
It means something.
Yeah, whenever people say no judgment.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead. I'm gonna let the wife start this thing out. Go ahead, baby.
Well, I thought I had my definition up here, but I don't. So, I guess we free. No, I can't say that no more.
Say what?
Not free balling. I mean, we free.
What up, Erica? What up with you? What up with you?
Okay, so the definition that I'm looking at for flirt, it says to behave as though attracted to or trying to attract someone, but for amusement rather than with serious intentions. Okay, that's what it say.
But is that real? Is it something somebody just said?
Well,
Yeah,
it was let me see, I don't know. Let me see what Merriam-Webster says.
Yeah, you're
'cause
gonna
they
check
are-
out Marion.
Okay, no. To behave amorously without serious intent.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is some intent behind it, so I don't know.
No, I like that definition. That way I can tell my wife, look up the definition.
Without serious intent.
Right,
That's what it
right.
said.
Yeah, that's legal.
So it ain't
terms.
necessary. Yeah. So it ain't necessarily sexual, right?
That's what they say.
Not
Yeah,
necessarily.
sometimes it's just to get out of a parking ticket.
Well,
Hey, it could be.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
for real.
it could be. But it just all depends, because it could be a sign of disrespect depending on when you're flirting.
That's true.
You know,
Right.
because
What you mean by when?
Because like he said, to get out a parking ticket, then you probably most likely by yourself.
Mhm.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But if you
But me, if I can be in the car with you, I'll be like, shit, you know, you got them butts, you got a few titties, don't show them motherfuckers over.
I do all the time,
Yeah.
man. When I get pulled over, I'm like,
Put some lip gloss on.
well, that's different. I mean, that's different because there's no intent, like you said,
Right.
without an intent. But most of the time you flirting is kind of like an action, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like an action, it's a verb, because you could be doing it with your eyes. I mean, you could be like, let's say if we're out together and you are just overly looking at somebody, checking them out, not only is that disrespectful, but that could be a sign of flirting too.
So do
Now,
they
it
have
could be
to?
something wrong with your eye. I don't know.
Do they have to look back for you to be flirting though? So if you
No,
looking,
they don't have to look back because it's
So-
a one-way thing. It's a one-way action. Now, if they return the what is it, amorous act? If they return it, then mean both of y'all flirting with each other, and y'all gonna get dropped.
so if you talking about flirting, so you talking about flirting with the idea of something.
With the intent. Okay,
No,
because
I'm just saying if you ain't returning, if nobody ain't returning, like I'm
it's
looking.
still flirting. They don't have to have an action to be returned for it to be flirting.
I'm
What I'm saying is,
that's for you. That's for you.
and then, okay, what I'm saying is the definition.
By definition, yeah, I get
Is
that.
you flirting. Nobody has to return the action. Now, if they return the action, then you about to be in a relationship. You about to come into. It's gonna go deeper than flirting if they return it and then you return it back.
Okay, what you think?
That's something else.
That's kind of
What's it?
like my wife's been a bartender forever. You know,
Right.
she's a beautiful woman.
Right.
And there's dudes and that they act like they joking unless you ain't joking. They'll say something and be like,
Right.
oh, such and such. Blah,
So
blah, blah.
is it the conversation or just looking? Because she said just looking.
Well, I say it could be when you with. I said when you're with your significant other.
Right. But we talking about, and I'm just
I'm
doing it to
just
break
saying,
it down because you
and-
said
yeah.
you looking at somebody across the room staring at them. They ain't even
Look-
they haven't even saw you, right? But
I don't think that's flirting. I think that's
That's what I'm
checking
trying to
somebody
See,
out.
that's right.
What-
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so if you're checking somebody out, okay, let's say checking them out. Let's say you are with your significant other and you are looking at somebody and you continuously look at them, which is very disrespectful.
I agree.
No matter how you feel about it. If you keep on looking at them, they're gonna get the wrong idea, and your significant other gonna get the wrong idea too before they even when they, because if you're staring at somebody, trust me, they're gonna look up and notice that you're looking at them eventually. Now, you can be flirt. That is a sign of flirting because you looking at them, they're gonna look up at eventually, and they're gonna look at you. Now, if whether they smiling or they agitated or whatever, and then you keep on, or you do another gesture or something, then it becomes flirting.
It's
But-
attention.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
attention. You're right.
Yeah, I get it.
Giving them that
But
attention.
like, okay, I'm just playing devil's advocate. But okay, so they don't have to give nothing back, no energy back.
No.
So you looking across the room. I'm just trying to make sure the story right. You're looking across the room, they don't even see you. But if you look at them long enough,
Yeah, they're gonna think so.
then they're gonna think so. But like, I'm trying to see, is that actually flirt? What do you think, Keith? It's flirt even though they ain't pay you no attention. Okay.
I don't think. I
Because
just
you
think
can
that's
flirt with somebody.
And they got to, I ain't saying they got to flirt back.
Mhm.
But so is it actually flirting when nobody know it but you?
Yeah, because you.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's still flirting. I mean,
Right.
because your intentions.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, because it's personal
yeah,
then.
it's a personal thing.
So when
And who knows you better than anybody?
right. Right.
Yeah,
I
saying?
get you.
So
Yeah.
She
She ain't
knows,
gotta say
she
that.
knows what your intentions are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So is it? When is it? So that's the bad? It's bad
Well,
then, right?
I think you could take it too far, right? Because my personality, I've been flirting. That's just who I am. Like, but I talk. I just be talking just to get a reaction, just to play.
Right,
My
right.
wife knows who I am, and she
Mhm.
knows that I
So
am.
what if somebody come to you and just say, tell your wife, you was doing it for a business reason or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
just how your
Just- that's
yo,
just
that
who
was
I
your
am.
job. Yeah. And they're gonna go back and say, well, you know, your husband was flirting with me. I don't know what's going on, but I didn't appreciate it. But that wasn't even your intention.
my-
But so is it still flirting, even though they felt like that?
No, because my wife gonna set him straight and be like, "No, he wasn't flirting with your girl. You would know if he was really getting down."
Right. But is it still flirting though? Like
But
I'm just saying, not just say y'all didn't have that understanding. You know what I'm saying? If you got couples out here that don't have that understanding to know the difference in they mate.
That's insecurity to
Mhm.
me.
But
Right.
it's the is the impact that you. It's the impact versus the intent, because you could a lot of stuff we don't intend to do, but it had an effect or impact on another person.
Right.
We got a caller. Oh, we got
Nah,
a
I
caller.
ain't even got
Are
it
we
on.
hooked up?
Hello?
Call me back.
Now we already on the podcast.
What?
We on the podcast. We talking about flirting.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. You gonna be on the podcast?
No, nigga, hell no. I'm gonna come through and goddamn y'all just black me out when I come through the door like y'all usually do.
I bet.
I know what that is.
Yeah. That was Emmy. That was Emmy, one of our partners. I think he would call him a flirt. I don't know.
You're gonna be on the window. Knock.
One thing I can say about like some people, like I've did this before. I'll flirt just to see if I still got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that happens.
Just to see
I've heard
at the
that.
age that I am,
Right.
to see if I still got it.
Right.
You know what I'm
Is
saying?
that it's so?
What
you
if something
think?
happens between that connection of you doing it? What if you establish a connection by trying to see if you still got it, and then you mess around here and get yourself into something that you having trouble getting yourself out of? Because most time people don't generally.
So
flirt
you
with
saying flirting is just like it's like doing drugs, I
initiation.
guess, or
Yeah.
a it's a gateway. Flirting is the gateway drug
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
go doing other shit.
Yeah, but that's how
I
it
guess.
started. That's how it started. There are a lot of people.
But you're
There,
right.
there are a lot of people in a lot of relationships that have gotten started off an unintentional flirt.
Right.
Or they
They-
say harm. It
They
was just
didn't even
harmless,
think, yeah,
harmless
they didn't
flirting.
even think that they was at the gas station pumping gas, and they said, "Hey, Miss Lady, you show looking good, you looking cute," and then they be like, "Oh, really? Here go my number." And then next thing you know, you're in a full blown relationship with somebody, and you wasn't even trying to do it.
That's how I got married.
You humping.
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
And you humping out
And you
there.
like, and then you already in a
So,
relationship,
that-
so you done messed up because now you got you a side chick from the
Right.
gas station just by saying she look nice. And some people can really take a compliment. They can say, they can be
Right,
like,
right.
"Thank you, keep it moving." And some people be like, "Oh, thank you, here go my number, let's go
Now,
out." Blah
Let
blah
me
blah.
here go my Snapchat.
But
Yeah.
see, the thing about that, I got more like, I'm not married, but I am in a relationship. So, I don't. It's no disrespect to my
Right,
girl. I'm gonna let her know. Look, I'm gonna play. We play around like that, at times.
right. But
but
but it has to
It
be.
can
Y'all
lead to
have
something
to.
else.
But it
Yeah.
does, like
but it can lead to
Yeah,
something
it can
else.
lead to
Right.
something else.
If
But,
you let it though.
if you let,
if
that's what
you
I'm
let
saying.
it, you know?
So so if you're in a relationship,
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like
self-
if you're in
had
a
that-
if you're in a
you had that
relationship,
self-control.
if you're in a relationship where there's doubt, when
Right.
I'm flirtatious. My
Right.
wife, she flirtatious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we do it. Like I'm like, oh shit, there go your Thundercat.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's just what it is. If I was worried about she was gonna do something, I probably wouldn't even just do
Right.
it. You know
We
what
had
I'm
a
saying?
restaurant. I try to get free appetizers all the time. I'm
Right,
just like,
right,
How's
right,
your
right.
mama and them? What's up?
Right.
And you never know, somebody could get the wrong idea. Like that person might get the wrong idea. Somebody might see you
And if
that
they
know
do,
you,
Yeah.
Right.
and then you gotta try to save face.
well,
Right.
no.
But
what
so
I'm
it
gonna do-
depends on what kind of flirting you're doing.
Well, if
Right.
You don't take it too far, like
Right.
sexual innuendos and things like that can
Right.
get you in trouble.
Well, if
Right.
she takes it, if the girl I'm flirting with harmlessly is taking it the wrong way, I'm going to see if she can't go have a conversation with my wife. See if I can't bark up that tree.
Yeah. Hey. Then we got Major in here. He just roaming. He about to get cussed out because
Sit.
he finna knock over stuff and all kind of shit. All right.
Okay.
He flirting with the cords, and that flirt
Yeah,
gonna get him beat up.
That's funny.
We're talking about flirting. Hey, Keisha, weigh in on this conversation. We just talking about flirting.
Right, right.
Erica, I saw Erica on here.
Right,
I'm not
right,
sure
right.
who else is on, but we just talking about flirting in relationships. Some people say they're doing it for fun. The intent is just not to find a mate. They doing it to get free food and get out of parking tickets and things like that. So why don't y'all let us know in the chat? How do you feel about flirting with the opposite? I mean, well, I ain't getting into that, but flirting while you're in a relationship,
Right.
we were just talking about the ups and downs and ins and outs of that. We talk a lot about intention. What is the intention? Is it to have fun? Is it to see that I still got it? Is it just because I don't have nothing else to do, or is it something that you just
Or it can be job,
subconsciously do?
or just job related? Because like we were talking, Recon was talking
Job,
about the bartending. Because because the intent is to make money.
Money. Yep.
Right. It's about money. Period.
Yeah,
Now,
but there's a way to do
but
it.
it's still flirt. Regardless of the way. Regardless of the way, the intent is to make money, right? So you got to get that money out their pocket into your cash register. So you got to flirt a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To give them the smell. Now
They don't.
You don't have
the
to.
bartenders know how to do it without,
That's what I'm saying.
without going past a certain line.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Because if it's a smile, because you can go to a bar, like you go to a certain bar for a certain reason. It might be just for the people. Oh, they got nice waitresses. Because the way they treat me, do they flirt a little bit? Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
If I was mental, I'd probably take it sexual. But most people,
well, one out of 100 will. I mean, and
that
that is true.
Right.
Because some of these guys out here, if they, hey, how you say this is the arm? Hey, how you doing?
Right.
Oh shit, it's my wife now.
Right,
Stalking
exactly.
and everything else. That's the
Yeah.
reason why you got to be careful and kind of know
got a few-
know who you talking to.
We got
Right,
a few comments.
Go ahead,
Flirting
go
can
ahead.
be taken the wrong way. Just know where you stand with the person before it get disrespectful. I agree. And then and then she said the only people that can get away with flirting is strippers and waiters.
Hey, and I was just finna bring that,
Right.
that situation up because in the world where I work at, the world
Right.
where I work, the women have to flirt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, that outfit say
and
flirt. That outfit itself say flirt.
The outfit complements itself.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So,
yeah.
It's in the name.
yeah, it's the
Right.
whole name of the whole situation.
Hooters.
It's about flirting.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah,
That's what they have to do to get
like I
get that
said,
bag. That's just
It's
what
the
it is.
intentions behind the
Right.
flirting.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
like we said, are you trying to boost your ego? What are you trying to do? But then you got to pull back. You got to know when to pull back.
Right.
Right.
Because and if you don't know and when to pull back, or you don't know if you're flirting or not, then it's
Right.
probably best to
Because
leave it
like
alone.
Recon was saying, like it's just in his character. Like
Right.
for one, we said like what she said, he's always been in the service business.
I've always had to sell
Right.
myself.
Exactly.
Right.
Right. On Lamar and all that shit.
On Brooks,
Like
Road.
like all that,
Hey,
Why the hell
hey,
explain that
but
thing?
I made damn good money.
Don't you be ashamed. Don't you be ashamed.
Oh, I'm not ashamed. My kid's 8. Look at my eyes, people.
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
All right. So and with all of this said, so can you be like we say, like can you be married or in a serious relationship and still be able to flirt without no ill intent?
I don't think people just broadcast that they're flirting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think, I'd rather know that. I'd rather not know, that that's what you do. Although I have witnessed it firsthand. I'd rather not know because, like I said, to a certain point, it could get a little disrespectful if you are that jealous type. And sometimes I guess it do have a little to do with whether or not you're secure
Right.
in your relationship. And sometimes you may not be secure because of things that may have happened in the past or whatever. And if you got a history, if you all have a history in your past is, kind of you got red in your ledger or you get some red flags from your past, then you probably don't need to play around with flirting because
Right.
they're gonna think you doing something because you've done
Yeah,
it
that's
before.
how you got me with that bud.
That's how
Well,
you approached me.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
with my wife, sometimes 95% of the time I let stuff go in one ear and out the other. I
Mhm.
know what the guys are trying to do because I am one and I've been in that situation.
Mhm.
Right.
But there's 5% of that time where I feel like my wife maybe, that maybe this guy's a good looking dude. Maybe, he looks like he makes money and he flirting with my wife. Sometimes I'll just flirt with the girl just so and then try to catch my wife's eye to see if she sees me
Right.
Mhm.
talking to
got
a
it.
beautiful. Well, no, what it is, not that I still got it.
If she's gonna react.
Just let her know
Right.
The feeling.
you ain't
I
the
can do
only-
this too.
You ain't
Yeah.
the only one.
Right, right.
You know
right.
what I mean?
Right.
And
right.
so,
Yeah.
but so that's what I'm saying. There's different variables I think that go into different situations, and so we could talk about the definition all day long, and it goes into intent, but the intent is situational.
Could
Right.
be.
Yeah, it is.
Because if you like somebody, if you really like somebody while you're married,
Yeah.
you probably need to be talking to your spouse about what's going on in your
Yeah, in
Mhm.
your
Relationship.
head, or just y'all,
That's
y'all
what I'm
relationship,
saying,
y'all
yeah.
relationship. Because, but like some, like me and my wife, we talk about, it's always somebody that your wife or your significant other like besides you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because that's why it's a work husband, work wife kind of thing. You know, you spend so much time at work. You spend so much time at work than you do at home. You find somebody that you connect with.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And it can become a thing. But if you secure at home,
Then you're
You
good.
shouldn't
It don't
See,
matter.
that goes into my next point. Some people flirt because they don't feel like they're getting what
Yeah.
they're
What
getting.
they-
at
right?
home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they feel like, okay, this is the person that I know gonna respond or react or say something back.
Right.
And then the guys, they know already who they can, take it there with because they know their situation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They know their situation. If you know somebody, you talk to them a lot and they talking about their spouse or what they doing and what they not doing, you know how to handle them. You know how to approach them. Okay, I need to do this, and this. Because we used to have a guy at work. He used to go around starting everybody's car when it was cold. And a lot of women
That boy
have
trying
never,
to get it. We can get it. Get it. Then. Somebody gonna bite this bait.
and a lot of
Put
people,
stuff in the visor.
yeah, they significant other never started the car for them and carried their stuff out for them and opened the car doors and stuff. So they like getting that treatment when they was at work. And so they might grin or slide that slit over to the skirt to the side or something so you can see a little leg. I've seen it happen before.
Yeah.
So it just depends on, like you said, whether or not you're secure. And even if you are secure in your relationship, don't mean nothing can't happen.
Right.
No, I
So
agree with that.
you have to, but you got to be careful, because if you know that there is an attraction there, that's when you probably need to be pulling back and not doing it. Because I know who my spouse is attracted to.
Yeah.
Whether it's
I
mental,
apologize.
whether it's I'm sorry too. Whether it's mental or it's physical.
Right.
And I'm going, I just look at them and say, I'm just waiting because I'm gonna bust your head.
Right.
I'm busting your head. So I'm just waiting. I don't bust his head for real, y'all.
No, that's why he's wearing a hat.
But
big old knot right there.
I'm just gonna observe, because most of the time women, we even if we are somewhere and we see somebody who we attract to, we're gonna always face the front. Our peripherals might move, but we're gonna face the front and we're gonna chill and play it off. Y'all be like,
well,
but that ain't even flirting. That's just,
No, that's just like, wow.
that's just like seeing a new car. Like,
Yeah, for real.
It's nice.
Like, man, she's
but
big
it could lead
Did
to
you
flirting.
see that?
We're programmed
lead
that
to
way,
flirt.
though.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
It could lead to flirting. You could get up, you're like we at the movies or something. You get up and go get us a refill on popcorn or something. You see them at the counter and they be like, hey, you be like, hey.
Yeah,
But you linger. You might linger, a little bit too long. And women,
well,
come here,
sometimes
Come
we're
here.
wondering how many C's are in that thick.
And women usually know when
No
somebody's
doubt.
flirting with them. Men
Yeah.
sometimes,
But sometimes
y'all act
people,
like y'all don't know.
but some people like actually you don't be flirting with them, but they think you are.
Yeah,
exactly.
they do. They do.
They be like,
They
what the
do,
hell you talking about?
Because you can flirt with your eyes, like we said,
Yeah,
and you can flirt with you
But
smile at them a little bit too much, or you can pay them too much attention,
Right.
Yeah.
and they might think, okay, he's really giving me a lot of attention. He's talking to me more than he's talking to anybody in here, so he must like me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
know
they
what I'm
don't
saying?
even if it ain't so if it's about the intent and it wasn't your intent to do that, so it ain't flirting at that point.
But see, I guess they don't.
Then we're going back to the
They don't
definition,
know.
right?
They don't know.
So we go back to
they
the
don't know.
definition. That's what I'm saying. But if we going back to the definition, it's about the intent that's
Mhm.
doing it.
Mhm.
I'm not flirting.
Yeah.
But if the other person said I was,
Yeah, then I need to have a
is it still
conversation.
you know what I'm saying?
I need
Is
to
it
have a
still flirting?
conversation with them, because I'm gonna be like, he don't want you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I said, if people like give you too much eye contact, or they feel like they've never really given people eye contact, they don't know how to have a conversation, basically.
Right.
And they don't know how to use their eyes in their conversation. They're gonna be like, well, they talking to me, but they looking at me. Well, why are you looking at me like that?
I've been guilty
Why
of
are
that.
you looking at me?
so
because
many
I look at
times.
people when I talk to them.
Yeah.
You're
Right,
supposed to show
right.
them that you giving them your attention.
My wife, and she done
Yeah,
had
but we
she
from
done
that
did it with
generation.
but
though.
she done did it with so many people. Ain't talking about, your wife was trying to come on to me. When? We were, and she was, oh, okay.
Look, tell them I just
That's
got
your
done.
wife.
But I bet me too. But like, all your all my, like Kevin, you see Biddy over there. All his old girlfriends said I was trying to get with them. It's his eyes. Like what my wife was saying, his eyes be doing something. It's
Yeah.
like,
No, it could. The problem is
I'll be
that
having the same problem.
they're attracted to him
right.
and what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come here, Major. Where you going?
He doing too much. He about to knock the camera over, then y'all don't have no
He's
vision.
going to
Man,
jail.
I hate
Go
during
ahead.
the winter time because my lips be getting chapped. So I'd be like,
and
the next thing I know, I gotta beat him off.
Yeah. And you just need the chapstick.
Yeah.
But what if you're in an open relationship? Like,
Ooh.
Well,
I
that's
think
different.
that's a very
You
different
know,
subject.
That's
open
way
relationship.
different. That's cause they ain't flirting no more. Y'all just,
Right. I mean, just like, just open, like.
well, I guess you
Like
could
Will
flirt. I
Smith.
guess you
Okay,
could.
yeah,
you know.
so what do you mean by open? I mean, what do you mean?
I mean,
Like
You
Will and
allowed.
Jada.
you're allowed to
to flirt.
flirt.
Okay, well that's different because they
Yeah,
let you do it.
you
You
know.
flirt.
Yeah,
Have a
but
good
when
time.
you committed, because we're trying to get to the point and just see, is it helping or hurting?
I think
but-
it ain't-
Right.
I guess it's a
But some people do it to each other
right.
for sexual intent in
It
their own
does.
household because
Yeah.
Because that's how to get that
Yeah.
foreplay started.
That's how it goes.
That's how it
Yeah,
started.
yeah,
That's how
yeah.
it started. So I mean, and then some people they just flirt so much that it's just like conversation.
That's where I'm at.
Right.
I do that shit. My flirting is
Just like
like,
regular conversation.
man, my flirting is like Frank Red Hot. I throw that shit on everything.
It's
It's out there.
Like I got my wife. I'm a hugger, right?
I don't like that.
You know what I'm saying? And it ain't that I, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
trust,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like when they say,
I'm
Especially-
hugging too.
Don't be hugging these tricks.
especially like old women, like I like hugging them and I kiss them on the forehead and shit.
Oh, hell
Sometimes
no.
like,
Joe
shit, like,
Your
Biden.
hair's too soft.
yo,
Hey, he's always respectful when he
He
hugs
never
me. He
started
keeps his
behind
hands
those.
above my small.
I'm glad.
You know, I know. Oh,
Yeah, don't be
shit.
hugging these folks. I already told him how to hug women. I told him, I said, you lean in like this. You take your arm like this. Don't be letting them hug you all deep and stuff. Just when they
Man,
start, when
you
they
know-
reach for you, do like this.
I know
So
the
you can
hug you
control the
talking about
hug.
too, because
You know
some
what
of
I'm
these
saying?
girls,
My hug
they
is
be like,
crazy.
Yeah,
They
lean
hug
in
with their
there,
chest.
and then they do the thrust. Don't
I know a lot
thrust.
of her friends be hugging.
Do not thrust. Not here go like John said. They hit that thrust. Don't thrust like that.
Cause she can't take me, and I don't even be doing
they
nothing.
gonna poke you with the
Oh,
nipples.
Her
Yeah.
friend, look, her
Yeah.
friends. It's a couple of them.
Yeah.
Y'all
They be doing like
I'm
what he,
whooping all
like
y'all.
what he be,
I'm whooping
like he just,
all
The
y'all's
thrust.
ass.
yeah.
Like, damn,
The
damn,
thrust.
girl, I can feel the tassels.
I'm whooping all y'all.
Yeah, don't do the thrust.
Nah, don't do no thrust because I like when he hugged me, I do the thrust because I'm like, and that's just the
But when them
signal.
Thundercats hug her, she got this weird little giggle. She'll do this shit like, they're like, oh,
Thunder.
I see,
Thundercats.
I see, right? But
I do it real quick. I pat them. Come on, real quick because I'm now.
then her eyes roll back in her head. Like, look at
He's lying.
now, time to take you home now.
Check this shit
Check
out.
this shit out.
He is terrible. He is terrible. But people, it just depends, on what you do. If you're trying to get something, you might bat your eyelashes a little bit. That's just, human nature. But I think when you take it too far, like giving your phone number and, becoming physical, touching somebody.
What about your Instagram and Facebook? Can you get it out?
Social media, things like that. Some people just want to follow you just because of your businesses or your affiliations.
Until they got damn be in your inbox.
Like
What's in that inbox?
Now the inbox.
Yeah, right.
That's on fire.
Yeah, I almost lost my whole house because of that shit.
Flaming.
No, literally, like because you know what I mean.
Lord.
If for me, it wasn't like to do nothing. But what happened? And I don't mind telling nobody that. Like some people tell my wife, like your husband in my inbox, but it don't be like for me. Be like, dang, ain't seen him. I was like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? How you doing? You know what I mean? And that was it. But I get it because some people take it wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then what was a problem too is that I be up all night.
Yeah.
And that the timing.
That's why I
You know what I'm saying? The time to be all, and I don't. It's daytime for me.
But
And I'm kind of wired like that.
That's the way I am
context.
too. When I'm
It's
up
the
all night
context.
long and I'm sitting there,
And you're
especially if
bored.
you're by yourself and you're
And you're
bored,
bored.
and
Right.
And you're bored.
Stuff,
Yeah.
damn, I ain't seen that person.
And
since
when you
I-
had
Right.
one, and then when you had 1-2 minutes, it's the context. Because I got a lot of high beautifuls and stuff, and they stay on high beautiful. I don't even show you that I looked at it because I don't even want you to know that I even entertained it, and you're gonna get blocked.
Right.
And they doesn't do. Hey, beautiful, what's up? What you doing? How
I
you
hate
doing?
when I get those.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, lovely, and
Right,
all
right.
this stuff. And you're gonna get blocked because you already know what my profile say, and you already know who I'm with. So why you
Right. And so
And you tried
and
it.
see how we
You
doing now.
tried it.
We talk about it. Like for all y'all that be doing it, even if I do it, believe me, it's not that. We just like, you know what I mean? It's because we done been down that roller coaster before.
Right.
Personally. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was more my fault.
Nah.
Not understanding. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking at it from their point of view or my wife's point of view. You know what I mean? Like they just being dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I guess.
You just
you know what I'm saying?
it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, and you may say in your mind, it may be like, this
But
is harmless. This is harmless.
Right.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing
but
wrong with it.
I know this though.
Dusky.
I know you're thirsty. I got the Gatorade to quench your thirsty. Got that extra bonus if you're talking. And it's just it. Yeah, it's just this Thursday. Lord have mercy. You're not birthday. Pull up in that brand new Hershey. Windows down like you're that person. And I'm just talking to smoke off my person. Wrap yourself relax. I know you want this night to last. Everything is cool. I know that girls get thirsty too. I know that you can get me out your mind. So let's not waste any time. 'Cause everything is cool. I know that girls get thirsty too.
She come from the projects with the thought process. Obsessed over money, material objects, and oh yes, I must object. Licking your face and ass and get you the cash, I gotta laugh. See, I'm in need of you in need of me. And I will bleed for you if you will bleed for me. So go against the grain, then it ain't my fault. We on a quest for love to find the root of these black thoughts.
It's okay that you want me. You don't have to worry that you're with me. Girl, sit here next to me. You can tell me anything. What's on your mind? It's okay that you want me. You don't have to worry that you're with me. Girl, sit here next to me and have yourself a drink.
So go ahead and grab yourself a glass. I know you want this night to last. 'Cause everything is true. I know that girls get thirsty.
Yeah. I know y'all get a little thirsty, man. Men thirsty, women get a little thirsty. That was my boy, man. Ryan Love, rest in peace. You dig what I'm saying? Had to throw that in there, you know what I
My
mean?
brother.
Yeah. Like I said, we're talking about flirting in a relationship. Is it good, bad? Should you do it or should you not? You know what I'm saying? So, like, what we done came up with so far depends on the health, how healthy your relationship is.
Situational,
Yeah.
variables,
Right.
timing.
And I think it's me personally. I think flirting is necessary.
I
It
do.
depends on how it's done. It got to be done tastefully. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a relationship or with somebody, but if you just got a jealous person anyway, don't do it.
No.
If they jealous nature,
Yeah.
regardless if y'all in a good space or not,
Don't do it.
At
Don't
least
do
a
it.
resentment.
yeah.
But how I end up meeting my wife, I swear to you not. I was working the bar. I was pouring a drink. Server done
But you were
called out.
dancing on the bar like Cow the Ugly working the bar.
No, that's for OnlyFans.
Okay,
What I'm
okay.
saying is, I was working. I was pouring drinks at the well, and the server walked up that I ain't never seen before. I didn't even know she was hired. And when I looked up, I was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna marry you, girl." I swear to you not. And now, 12 years later, we married. But that was all from a harmless flirt that
Right.
turned into something just like
Anything else?
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Because at first I thought you was flirting, then you
Yeah.
started stalking
But
her.
I
Right?
wasn't. No, but that's not what the police report says.
Oh, okay.
No, but I wasn't with anybody,
Right.
and so to me it was harmless. But what was harmless to me ended up turning into be the love of my life.
Right.
So,
So she returned the energy back. I mean, like when
she smiled. When she smiled,
oh, gotcha.
Yeah, gotcha, bitch.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And so I guess that's what you was talking about when stuff can turn into stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and sometimes you might have to flirt more than one time, and you wear them down or something. But
right,
it's like it's something starts.
Or just pay for it.
Yeah, something.
I guess that's another subject too.
Don't pay for it. That ain't flirting. That's hoeing.
I must have.
But
right.
But
you gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
If somebody taking it too far, like if I'm doing some harmless flirting now that I'm married, like, hey, hey, girl, what's up? Trying to make somebody feel better about it because I see they're having a bad day. If they want to take it to another level, the first thing I do, and this is out of reaction, is I'm like, my wife says something the exact same, or I'll
turn it so you turn it off. Yeah.
And sometimes that make them go in a little bit harder.
Yeah, it depends on the person.
Yeah,
so if you flirt with me and she ain't doing something right, shit like
I'm like, then go teach her.
I mean, this chick at my job, right? She was like, hey, she comes straight on the line, the cook line. Hey, y'all know I'm single now.
She looking for a baby daddy.
I said, hold on, my baby calling. You know what I'm saying? Girl calling. And she was really calling at the time. But I'm like, that's fine and all, but no, I'm gonna throw my girl.
Well, at least we putting up roadblocks.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. I think that's important to let them know that you're not interested,
right,
from the beginning.
Right.
Because, like I said, all of they may you just trying to be nice to them,
Yep.
and they take it the wrong way, and it happens. You have to put those boundaries up there and let them know. And they said you have to make sure that the communication is there. Like,
if you don't
under no
do
circumstances, I don't want you. I'm just trying to be nice.
Trying to be a
And
friend.
if you don't do that, you'll end up with one of those. I'll find you.
Mhm.
Right.
That's
Stalker.
And then when y'all see each other again, they're gonna be like, "That's the one right
I
there.
know
He
you
tried to
saw
talk-
my
He
message.
tried to talk to
Yeah,
me. That's the
yeah,
one that
that's the
tried
one.
to talk to me,
Yeah.
or whatever. Or they'll pull you to the side and say, "I don't mean no
Hey,
harm."
you try to talk to my gal
They try to talk to me, and sometimes if
every
you-
night to prove my love.
every night.
yeah, if you just like really a talker and you're introvert and you're a talker and you just like to talk to people, you spend too much
And
time
that, and
talking
people
to
believe
people,
me. Look,
and they
that
gonna
don't
think
mean
something's
sex
going
though.
on.
Like,
They're gonna think you're interested
because we had
you.
you remember we had those
They're gonna
issues,
think you're interested because you spend all your time. Now all these people in this house,
right?
and everybody's mingling and walking around and talking, and then every time we turn around,
Y'all
y'all
two in the
talking.
corner. Yeah.
Oh, we whooping y'all's ass.
But
Because
is that? But sometimes
to us, it look like you got something going on.
Or
because
sometimes some people
branch
just have something coming. Because
branch out. They
but-
could have something.
but I'm just saying, like,
It
just
could
for
be.
people that's like this, you know what I mean?
Y'all better
And
branch
like,
out.
just say, we got something coming. It's hard to find people that talk the way you talk. Have your language.
Yeah, it
Right.
could
Right.
be. It means
So
sometimes
it's some click in
you
your
right.
head. You're like, damn, I don't have this.
Right.
it's like mentally,
Right.
y'all could connect. It could be a mental connection, and when you see it happening between two people, I see it a lot. I mean, they are intellectually
See, a lot.
on your
What
level.
you mean by a lot?
I mean, let me give you an example then, since you want to tell me a lot. When like if somebody come over here or we see a lot of different new people. I can tell like when they start to talking or whatever, I can tell by their conversation if you feeling their conversation.
Right.
Right.
Because you will say something and they'll get happy and then they'll just keep on talking.
Right.
And intellectually, mentally, the conversation is stimulating.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But if every time we look up, y'all talk, it's the conversation.
Yeah, I got you.
It could be a meeting of the minds, and it could be a real mental.
But some of y'all that came
connection.
over here, I'ma got y'all ass beat up. Not by me or nobody. It be the other people in the house. Be like, you talking to my gal a little too long.
Yeah, branch out.
Baby,
Branch
go
out.
talk to somebody else.
When the stimulation turns into titillation.
Right.
Yeah. You might be like,
yeah.
damn, this is deep. This person is deep.
Then you go home and talk about it. But you know what such and such said, and then you wake up the next day. You know what such and such said. This. Hold on.
I need your ass
You're
to
getting
move
the black
around.
Right.
Yeah, I need you to branch out and talk to somebody else. Like, and then and some people they just gravitate more toward other people because I'm not a big talker like that. Most of the time I'm gonna
Until
I
that
have
Thundercat you all show up.
No, ain't no damn Thundercat.
Thundercat.
Because I ain't talking to them either unless I had a certain amount of liquor and some libations and herb from the earth. Earthly herbs. But other than that, I'm not gonna I'm sitting in here chilling. You know how y'all do y'all thing in the garage. People come in and out. And if I'm the only female or it's another female in here or whatever, most time I understand they want to be out there with their man. You know what I'm saying? Right. But then I let y'all do y'all thing. I don't be out there. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, but I let y'all do y'all thing. But if somebody come in the house and they get ready to use the restroom or something and they say, and they make conversation and struggle conversation, I'm gonna make a conversation with them, but I'm gonna keep it short and I'm gonna keep it brief. And I'm gonna tell you the bathroom right there or whatever. And I'm gonna ask you how your kids doing, and how's life been treating you, and you get your ass on back out in the garage. We don't blur the lines. But if a female is here and she wants to spend all her time out there with her man in the garage, that's fine because that's less entertaining than I have to do. But I'll go out there sometimes too. Yeah. But if we got a whole lot of females in the house and everybody is in the living room or in the kitchen or something chilling, and it's one female that's out there just kicking and grinning and having a good time out there. We gonna stomp
that don't belong to nobody.
We stomping you.
It's a problem.
You need to come in the house. You need to come in the house with everybody else, girl. Stop tripping. And then you half naked. Half naked out there, and you bending down, picking up. We gonna stomp you.
It's over with.
Girl, you better come in here and sit down.
Out there singing the mingling.
Yeah, out there flipping and flopping and then especially I guess if she, a woman of a certain age that my husband like.
Cougar.
Right. I suggest y'all pick up y'all.
I'm a cougar hunter. No. I get both of them like cats. I like Cougars. She like Thundercats. So hey, we even.
Y'all got something coming.
Right.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Make a nice coat.
Right.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Right.
But it happens, it happens. And if you could be tasteful and respectful, and I might tell him, hey, we need a good discount. We need some free lunch or something.
Mm-hmm.
Do your thing. I'm in charge of the
But
girls and the guys.
Right. And don't be scared like when your mate, significant other, or whatever doing too much. Grab their coattail like, hey,
you're doing too much.
you're doing too much.
Yeah.
But I would never put my
Stop grinning.
I would never put my wife in that situation though.
Right.
To be honest, like I will when I talk, I sound country as shit. So it's like, right. So when I talk, you gotta really like me. Be like, how you doing? That or like if I'm going to swimming or something, I'm like, I see some girls there, and I'm like,
he went and sent you there to show us.
Yeah.
But I hung the Speedos up. I've been working on myself for a while. So
yeah, you said whacking on yourself for a while.
That's over too.
Oh,
but like so my wife, she goes swimming at this pool, and there's a bunch of other bartender, females there, and this, that, and the other, and they're like, "You're not gonna get in the pool?" Like, yeah. And I pull off my shirt slowly.
And music is playing.
Like, oh, y'all needed to do laundry. And then, but then my wife, shut the hell up, put your shirt on. Nobody want to see that shit. Like, damn, baby, just burst my bubble.
Already.
Well, sometimes we got to reel you back in.
But that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. But I let her know by other people's eyes that watch yourself.
I'm still a catch. Watch yourself, huh?
For real. And they acting like Bill Dance.
Right. So I guess like people like what's the what's the verdict? What's the verdict on this about flirting? We can start with Kevin. What do you think the verdict is about flirting when you got somebody?
Watch yourself.
Yeah. I don't think it's nothing wrong with flirting. Be honest. I mean, especially right now. I'm not married.
Right.
So
but
I do love my girl.
Right,
and you're in a committed relationship.
Right. So I have to respect it at the same time. I mean, even her. I mean, I got a beautiful girl. Like I know she flirt. You know what I mean? So it's a respect thing. One thing we do have in common, we let each other know what's going on when it comes to those type of situations.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a problem. And unless it's too far and the numbers start coming to her, sometimes she gotta accept the number just to get, you know what I'm saying, to the point. Don't mean she gonna bring it home. She'll probably show it to me. We don't go through each other's phones. We don't go deep sea diving.
Right.
Honestly,
but the flirting part, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Not right now.
I guess. Yeah. What about you, Recon? Like you just like us, we married. So what you think? And like I want you to elaborate kind of on what he just said about, because we kind of talked about that earlier.
Yeah,
about the phone thing. Yeah,
See,
go ahead.
I was born in 1980. I know it doesn't look like it, folks, but I got my ass whipped by my mama knocked in the next week. So I got about a decade of youthfulness looking. But anyway. First off and foremost, I think you scared of your girl because she beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, she will do it.
I know she will. You can see it in her eyes when she. I'm like, shit.
She mean,
but
I love
her. Going about that phone thing, like I think people are entitled to their privacy. Period. Like I do. But at the same token, when you're married, see, I didn't grow up with a cell phone. I grew up with a pager, and it's hard to be. What's up, girl, on a pager? Yeah, that's a lot of 9s and 6s, and you gotta run to the other room. Yeah, you gotta hit eight times. No, so on a phone deal, I'm an open book. Like I can leave my phone anywhere. Go through. Matter of fact, I won't. Here, baby, go through my shit. Right. You could see whatever. Snap. I don't have no Snap. I don't even know what a Snapchat is. But I'll give her my phone. Here you go. But the first time that I was like, let me see your phone. And she's like, no, I have a right to privacy. That is a communication device. And when I said I do, and I love you, and now I gave you my whole world, and now you're part of my life, I'm gonna make sure my life's in check. So if I want to, and I don't go through my wife's phone, I don't go through all that stuff, but every now and again, I'm like, let me see your phone. And she clams up, her demeanor changes. That's a red flag. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Like, it's a communication device for all kind of things. And nowadays you have Snapchat, you have social media applications, you got every little nook and cranny to hide a message or this, that, and the other, or encrypted message. I want to know what's going on in my household.
Right.
Because I'm not a dumbass, and I'm willing to fight for what I love.
Right.
That's
for real.
So that for those of you out there, like, my phone is this, that, and that, bullshit.
Right.
To me, I think that's nonsense. If you love the person and you ain't got nothing to hide, and it's not about trust for me, it's about knowing what's going on in your household and keeping up with your life. Especially if you're willing to give this phone to them to look.
Yeah.
Hey, vice versa. But like I said, I don't have to, because I trust my wife, but sometimes I want to know who is texting or messaging her, who's trying to be friends with me to snake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know the wording. I know how guys are.
Yeah.
And so I know certain things. And why is this guy texting you? Or why is this, that, and the other? But I know that's a little off subject. And
it's still on time. It's on time, though.
But see, here's the thing with text messaging and messaging in period, or in general, is I can say one thing on a text message and mean it one way, and when it goes through, however you read it, it could be way different,
because you read it in your own feelings.
Exactly.
Right.
And
you know what I'm saying? Or how they wrote it, like, can be bold, or every word, first letter bold, and the rest of, like, it's a lot of different stuff, and the personal emotion is reading it.
Exactly.
Like,
so I mean, I want to know what's going on in my household, and I want to make sure that I'm making sure that everything that I have is secure. And I feel like that's my job.
And then age supposed to be.
Right.
Provide and protect. That's what it is.
Right.
Well, if I'm busting my ass every day to make sure that everything's good to go,
right.
That's what it is.
All right. So I guess we'd have had to. So, you want to go last?
I'll go. I mean, now you want to go?
Well, I go. I leave.
Go.
Man, y'all so sweet. I love it.
Right. Because I'm going.
Go.
For her. Right. But I think, me personally, like I say, I'm a natural flirt. You know what I mean? Don't mean no harm, but I am. You know what I'm saying? The only reason that I've ever had some issues with my flirting, or like we talked about when we first got on, because of my past indiscretions. Right? Shit that I did that I shouldn't have been doing when I said I love.
Right.
And I do, and all of those other things, you know what I mean? I messed up the trust. So I couldn't, so when the flirting comes into play, it always gonna be something in the back of her head of like, oh, you doing it for more than that.
Yeah.
When I done changed now, but because of the what I created, you know what I'm saying, from my past of being young or whatever it was, you know what I'm saying, I shouldn't have been doing, I did. So now I can't fully be me in a way. I can now because we still rebuilding. Because one thing I always believe in, however long you've been fucking up, that's how long you got to take to rebuild it.
Right.
So fellas, you've been fucking up for 10 years. You got to let her be 10 years to fuck with you.
Yeah.
Because that's how long you been. That's just my math. And I ain't saying this law or nothing like that, but it's just the way I think.
Makes sense.
However long you been doing it, you got to get, if she don't forgive you for 10 years, you just can't leave. I thought you said you forgave me. Now give her 10 years because of how long you been doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me in my thinking, but I still think that flirting is healthy when it's done correctly, like anything else. I don't give a damn if you smoking weed, doing crack, drinking, hanging out with your friend, do everything in moderation and understand other people's feelings while you're doing all these things.
Right.
You know,
I agree.
And that's just me. Go ahead,
That's so.
Well, how do you follow that?
man.
Let me try. I will say that I think flirting is just something that we do, people do. And then you could say that you don't flirt and you're lying because I can if you tell me you don't and I observe you, I'm gonna tell you flirt.
Right.
So I don't think it's done intentionally sometimes. Sometimes I think it is done intentionally. Usually it's harmless depending on what you're trying to do. Okay, women flirt to get attention. They want everybody wants something, an ego booster or something. People got their reasons for doing what they do or whatever. When you're in a marriage, when you're in a relationship and you're engaged and all that stuff and you're going through the steps to get married, the same rules apply, what I'm about to say, because you could be in a committed relationship but you're not married yet, but y'all still committed and engaged, so on and so forth. But if you're married or getting ready to get married or take those steps, then there are some things that you just got to leave behind. Now, flirting excessively is one of them that you might want to just leave behind. And if you are a talkative person and you're friendly, you're very friendly, it could be that you're not being flirty. You could be just being friendly. You just interpret it as flirting because in your mind, you're doing something you're not supposed to do.
Damn, that should have been the name
You
of
know?
the show. That was dope.
Yeah.
What?
What you just said, like flirting, being friendly. What like
Oh,
what's
yeah.
the difference?
Yeah.
But either way.
Yeah. I mean, you probably think it's flirting because you feel some type of way about that person. Interesting.
Mhm.
So you could be just being friendly. And there's a difference between being friendly and flirting with somebody. When you get these in your windows and you start feeling a certain way, you could possibly be flirting. And sometimes we know what we're doing. We know exactly what we're doing and why we're doing it. So it's all about self-control. Control yourself. Because that flirting that you think is harmless may not be harmless for somebody else. So if you're in a marriage, then I would say the best thing to do is just kind of curve it and try to keep it down to a minimum. Now, if y'all just want to have pillow talk and talk about who all y'all flirted with it all day and that gets y'all off, okay. But you got to know your audience, and your audience is your significant other. And if you know they feel some type of way and they the jealous type already, you probably don't need to do that because you might get hurt.
Yeah.
You know, but if you know that it's harmless and y'all can laugh about it and y'all have that type of relationship, go for it. But communication is the key.
Communication.
And that's all I have to say about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
If you don't know, you
heard it
will.
from. If you don't know, you will. You feel what I'm saying? This is just you don't know you will podcast, new podcast. Your boy O.C.B, Mimi-Jienne, Recon, and Biddy in the building, man. Look, we appreciate y'all for listening and letting us into y'all households for a little while to discuss these things. I still want y'all to discuss these things amongst yourselves. Still send messages in,
Chat.
whatever, and like tell me what you think. You know. Out of the thing, anything else, fellas?
No, but I mean, if I don't start making the money I need, y'all, I'm gonna start an OnlyFans page, and I want to promote.
Just don't show your feet.
No, I'm gonna do some stuff with some hula hoops.
You gonna put them old elephant ears on?
Stop flirting with me, sis.
Right, this your boy O.C.B, man. We out, man.